Welcome all, Toys of Primus here, and it has certainly been a few weeks since I reviewed any Sonic the Hedgehog 3 action figures, and mainly because I was very busy with my job, and I still am very much busy with my job, but I was also patient and waiting to see if Jakks Pacific was going to release any new exciting action figures or playsets within the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie toy line, and this is definitely one of the latest exciting ones that they just released into the wild. So I was able to acquire this set from Target of all places. It should still be available on their website unless it's currently sold out during this time of this video. But in case if you're wondering, Target is where you will find this set at, either on their website or in stores. So check in stores. So this is a Super Sonic and Super Shadow 2-pack. Both action figures come with light-up features. However, this is what's kind of confusing about this this box here. So notice how it has the hole in front of the plastic window in front of both characters in order for the customer to try out the light-up function. Well, that's not going to work right now because on both sides of the box there's these tabs, and on the tabs it says remove for try me. Basically that means you're gonna have to pull those tabs out in order to make the light up features function. So this what confuses me. I don't know if that's for these boxes that are being shipped out to customers, or is that always going to be inserted when you see these on the shelf. Because if these are going to be in the shelf and those tabs are still in place, and let's say a customer walks by and they want to try out the, they want to try out the light up feature on these action figures, they're not going to function like they should, and customers might get confused. They might think the figures don't work. So yeah, I don't know. So I mean, I assume they would work once you remove those tabs, but I'm just saying, like, why have these holes for the customer to try it out if you can't try them out without moving the tabs? Blah. But, here's the rest of the packaging. You don't actually get to see any images from them in their super forms from the movie. If that makes any sense. Like, I guess they're saving that for the actual film when it releases, but the only images we get to see in their super forms is in their action figure form, of course, on the back of the packaging. Alright. So, let's break these guys out and take a look at them. And here they are, Super Sonic and Super Shadow out of the box, and I can't wait to show you the light up feature. Matter of fact, I'm going to show it right now. So they have the buttons on the front of their chest for both action figures right there. And when you push the buttons in, you get a really cool light up show. Check this out. Oh, wow. Not only their eyes, but it seemed like their whole heads light up. I thought it was only like certain parts of their their frills on their heads, but it seemed like the whole entire head light up. So I'm gonna turn off some lights here because I have to look at this in the dark. All right, one more light. Blink. Okay, you can still kind of see them. Still got some light coming in from outside, from the outside world. So let's check out the light show now. And that is pretty bright. Look how sick that is. That is awesome. So, you could push the button, have these guys fighting in the dark. That would be pretty cool. And there's the back of it. Let me push the buttons again so you guys can see that. Look how awesome that is. I am satisfied with this 2-pack. Very satisfied. Both action figures look awesome. The light up feature is just a bonus, but it's a welcome bonus. You can get them to battle each other with their light up features, with their Super Sonic and Super Shadow powers, or should I say the power of the Chaos Emeralds, maybe? Okay, so let's turn back on some lights here. 1, 2, and 3. That's right, I'm using lots of lights when I do these videos because I want to make sure viewers can see everything very well. Okay, so let's compare this with the standard single-carded Sonic the Hedgehog that came out within the first wave. So I don't know if you noticed, but okay, articulation-wise, mostly the same. It seemed like mostly the same when it comes to the legs and the arms, and of course it has that hand joint there. We could open up their hands like that. It's the same for Shadow as well. But it seemed like for the regular Sonic, you could turn him at the waist, but that is not there for these super hedgehogs here. Same with Shadow. Doesn't have the cut at the waist, so you can't turn them at the waist, mainly because of the battery that has to go in through the back. There's the compartment there where you have to unscrew, and it looks like it takes maybe a small watch battery, but I'm not exactly certain about that. I'm trying to see what type of screw head that is in case if I need to unscrew that. It might be a Phillips head screw. It's hard to tell. Anyways, but yeah, that's where the batteries would normally go for both action figures there. Okay, and don't worry, I'm going to compare Super Shadow with regular Shadow in just a minute here. I just want to analyze both Sonics here, regular Sonic and Super Sonic. So there's the back of his frills for his regular form and his super form. And there's the side profile shot. As you can see, his frills are sort of tilted upwards when he's in his super form, of course, and it's like that in the video games as well. That looks mostly the same. Sculpting on his back for the most part. Of course, you can turn his head, and you can also turn his head when it's lighting up too. So if you push the button, he's lighting up. The head still turns, which is fun. And oh yeah, the lens over the eyes, that's right. So on these standard figures, most of them have like an extra lens over the eyes, give it, I guess, an extra glossy effect. And it's like that for the Super Sonic and Super Hedgehog as well. They both have the lenses over the eyes. But only certain Sonic the Hedgehog 3 figures come with those lenses, and certain ones do not. For example, the Shadow on the motorcycle you see there in the background, he does not have the lens over his eyes. I don't know if that's something they'll add later on. But it seems kind of... it seems fine for what it is. You know, I could do with or without it. But yeah, mostly same joints for the head movement there, the arms, the legs, but not the waist. Oh, and of course the feet, which, yeah, you know, he has some ankle pivot. So you get him in some cool fighting poses if you have an action figure stand, of course. Or maybe you could try to get these guys to stand on their own, but I would mostly recommend action figure stands for any action figures, mostly. Okay, so like right now I'm having sort of a difficult time trying to get regular Sonic to stand. There we go. Let's put Super Sonic right there. Okay, there we go. Let's take a look at Shadow here with his normal single-carded version from Wave 1. Looks mostly the same, just like Sonic. His frills are going to be tilted upwards, but actually, it looks mostly sculpted the same as his standard version. Okay, so his frills are not lifted up like Sonic's, but I don't know. Maybe it'll look different in the movie. But like I mentioned with Sonic, articulation is the same for the head, the arms, the hands, of course, the legs, but not the waist. Cannot turn it at the waist because of the battery compartment in there. But it seemed like most of the red streaks are in the same spots. Let's see, I'm trying to see here. Yeah, red streaks is in the same spots. For the most part, yeah, same action figures. Just minus, 1 point of articulation, I guess. But I'll I'll press the button to light this guy up next to his regular form there. Super Shadow, regular Shadow. And if you're wondering if Super Shadow can go on his motorcycle, he most likely can. But we can test that theory out right now. Come on. Release the handle. Release the handle. Oh, there we go. Okay. He's like, no, do not give up my motorcycle to my other form. He doesn't need a motorcycle because he can teleport and do a bunch of cool, awesome, super stuff in his super form. Therefore, no need for a motorcycle. Okay. And there you go. Super Shadow on his motorcycle. And he looks pretty awesome, I must say. So, I'm going to turn off some lights again. My apologies. There we go. And now push the button. And there you go. You have a cool effect of him lighting up on his motorcycle there. Which he's not holding on to the handlebars. So I'm going to have to mess around with that. Okay, I got one hand on the handlebars. Maybe I can get the other hand on the handlebars. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. It's tilting forward a bit, but that's okay. There we go. Have him do a wheelie. Have, Super Sonic coming in. Ah, boosh. Very cool. Very cool. Man, I love the way these lights up. It's so awesome. Very satisfied with this 2-pack. Once again, got it from Target. Should still be available for purchase unless it's sold out, but these can also be found in stores. I would, highly recommend the set, unless Jakks Pacific plans on releasing another secret set. I know there's that 4-pack that also has light-up features. That includes Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Shadow, and they can all light up. I don't have a Tails or a Knuckles yet. That would be a good set to purchase, but I don't feel like ending up with another Sonic and a third regular Shadow, because then I'll end up with 4 Shadows altogether, like 3 regular ones and 1 super one. So I'll just wait till they release, single-carded Knuckles and a single-carded Tails, and I'll finally collect those eventually. But yeah, that's so awesome with the way they light up like that. Alright, so this is Toys of Primus, and that concludes this video review for the Super Sonic and Super Shadow 2-pack. Very, very awesome 2-pack that Jakks Pacific's released. I am curious what other secrets what other secret action figures they have planned for this toy line, or even play sets maybe. I did order another brand new set that they released, but it's for the 2.5-inch line, so the smaller action figure. So I will have a review on that possibly by next week. Yeah, next week at the latest. Trying to get all these guys in frame. There we go. And got the motorcycle back there somehow, even though both Sonics are blocking the view. But yeah, I would recommend this you know, if you are looking for a Supersonic and a Super Shadow, most likely the best 2-pack out right now to purchase. I do believe Supersonic is sold as a single carded figure that most people have found. I have not found them myself, but you know, if you can't find the single carded Sonic, they have an option of the 2-pack that includes a Super Shadow, and I think that's a good value, especially with both action figures having light up features that look really cool. So yeah, I would say it's a good value. I give it 2 thumbs up. I love it. Very happy to have this as part of my Sonic 3 action figure collection. Now, if only I could get my hands on Knuckles, Tails, and Robotnik, which I know Robotnik is easy to find. Knuckles, on the other hand, he's only included in that 4-pack so far. And Tails, I think, well, that's right, Tails is easy to find, that's right. I remember now. I went to Walmart recently. I saw a huge Sonic the Hedgehog 3 toy display, or action figure display. I was looking through it. All I saw was a bunch of Sonics, a bunch of Tails, and a bunch of Shadows in that display. That's all they had. I was like, wow, okay. So yeah, Tails is easy to acquire, as well as Robotnik. But Knuckles, on the other hand, eventually I will find them. Like I said, I'm curious what other action figures Jakks Pacifics might release in the future. Alright guys, well, I will see you in a few more days by next week for my next Sonic the Hedgehog 3 action figure review, as I acquired another set that's brand new as well, so stay tuned for that. Alright, later, and let's see, I'll end the video by showing off the light up feature one last time. Might as well. As regular Shadow falls over. There we go. So awesome! Oh yeah. Very happy about this. No regrets. Alright, later everyone. Bye-bye.